What's going on, guys? Bananas for Bikes here. Today I'm going to show you my new ride. This is the 2022 Kona Sutra. Not the SE, not the LTD. This was the first year they offer it in a 2x, which I'm a huge fan of. A lot of people that were getting the LTDs with the 1x were saying that they were running out of gears on the top end or the low end. They were either switching to a smaller chainring in the front, a 32 or a 34, running out of gears on the road. This, in my opinion, combines the best of the Kona Sutra SE and the Kona Sutra LTD or ULTD, because you get a lot of cool features that are shared between the models, such as 12mm through axles, the tapered head tube, which is new for 2022. You get all the rack and fender mounts that you would normally see on your Sutra LTD and Sutra ULTD. You get a 2x, which is a great compromise between a 1x and a 3x. Those 3xs just have too much overlap. They're really outdated in my opinion, especially when you can go with a 30-46. And here I have the Shimano GRX I upgraded. This is the FSA crank. This right here is the Shimano GRX 800 11 speed. This is an 11-34. It comes stock with the 11-36 10 speed, but I switched over to 11 speed because at some point I'd like to get the Wolf Tooth road link on here and run an 11-42, which will give me a nearly 20-inch gear ratio, or 20-inch gear. Anyway, gear inches, 20 gear inches, which is perfect for touring. Most touring bikes, one of the standards for them is the 20 gear inch. Has a little sutra up here, kind of covered that buffalo. It's got some cool touches here. Kona branded here, Kona up here. So this right here, this has the geometry that's nearly identical to the 2020 Kona Sutra LTD. So it's still set up with a nice, slightly more traditional geometry for road riding, for touring. It's nice and upright, not too sluggish, not too slacked out, which a lot of people were complaining about with the 2022 LTD was basically your 2021 ULTD. They slacked it out so much, people were complaining that it was sluggish. So this is nice because it has that geometry that really is that sweet spot right between touring, gravel riding, and loaded bike packing without slacking it out so much that it feels slow, but not so upright that you feel like you're gonna fall over the handlebars when you go off-road. Let's take a look. These are some sweet tires. These are the Schwalbe Mondials. They are heavy. I think they come in at like 2 pounds each. Very, very heavy. But again, this is really made for on and off-road loaded touring. It's got the TRP, the stock TRP rotors. It's got that nice, sweet-looking GRX front and rear flat mounts. Plenty of frame clearance. People have put up to a 700 by 2.2 inch on here. This is a 40C, and I can fit a full fingers through here. So people have run fenders with a 2 and a 2.1 on here. Plenty of space, as you can see, to bring this fender back and get a 2-inch tire in here. People have fit 2.2s on this bad boy. And then if you go to a 650B, someone on Reddit had some pictures. They claim they fit a 66 mil or a 2.6 wide tire on here. So plenty of clearance that you would expect from the LTD. So in my opinion, this is one of the best Sutras available, because I do a combination of on and off-road riding and appreciate the ability to go fast down hills while being able to do the climbing that you would do in that small chainring, that 30 tooth. I did upgrade the seat from the Brooks. I have the brand new Brooks B17, I think it is. I'm gonna sell that. I don't really care for leather. This is it's not the athletic model. This is the Selle Royale. This is the in the middle model. This is the Selle Royale Comfort for Cyclists. This is the moderate model. I do have this athletic one on order here. It's not the relaxed one. I will say this is the most comfortable seat I have ever sat on. Oh my goodness, I actually feel a little guilty about being so comfortable on a bike seat. Comes with the front and rear fenders, and then I tossed on a cheapo rear rack here. Nice part is it's got mounting, separate mounting for your rack and fenders, so you don't have to fumble around with shoving multiple items on the same eyelet. Got that nice clutch derailleur. It comes with the GRX 400 10-speed rear derailleur, but now I got the 800 11-speed chain, and just your FSA bottom bracket, FSA crank, and then your GRX. This is the 11-speed. I don't know if there's a difference between the 11-speed and the 10-speed front derailleur, but this is for an 11-speed. Has your external mounting points for your cables. Love it or hate it. It does not have internal routing for a dropper post. It does have, I think it has a sleeve in here. I think you could fit a dropper post in here. At that rate, I'm just going to bring a hardtail. But love it or hate it, it does have external mounting points for your wires, which I actually really like, because setting this bike up and doing the swap with all these parts was really, really easy. Because you can just keep your lines, your hydraulic lines intact. You don't have to re-bleed them because you don't have to route them internally. It does have an unshielded front derailleur line. The rear derailleur shift cable is housed. Little view from underneath here. That's a 68 mil bottom bracket. So that's it for the bike. Hope you guys like it. I did take it for a really nice ride today, and I'm totally loving it. Got these tire pressure set pretty low, actually. It's got to be 40 or 45 at this point. Very, very comfortable. I did lower the stem. It comes all the way up here, which is super nice for comfortable Sunday rides, but I wanted it to be a little bit more responsive on the hills, so I dropped it down a little bit, and it gives me pretty good responsiveness in climbing up out of the saddle. I wouldn't even hesitate to drop it down, maybe switch this up here and drop it down another ½ an inch, but still very, very good. It is a little bit on the heavier side compared to an aluminum or carbon fiber bike, but I don't find it to be super heavy. Like it doesn't feel ridiculously heavy, especially compared to my e-bike. But yeah, this is a steel bike. Now, the reason I got the 2022 model instead of the 2023 comes in a nice dark blue color. Highly recommend you check it out. Very, very beautiful paint job on that bike. I got the black because in case I want to run a carbon fork up front and make it a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more aero for road riding, the carbon fork will blend in with this matte black frame, whereas with the blue frame, it's going to be a blue frame with a black fork. I don't really care so much for the separate colors on the fork and the frame, but some bikes do look really cool with offset carbon fiber colored forks. So you could go with the blue and do a carbon fiber fork and look pretty sweet, but I'm happy with this fork right now, and seems to be doing the job. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I will say it does come stock with the TRP high roads. They're the mechanical to hydraulic brakes, and it comes with the GRX, full GRX 2x10. Right now it's got the GRX 11 speed, including the levers, and then just an FSA crank. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Really sweet bike. Recommend you try it out. I did get this bike on sale. I had a 15% off coupon, right? Because I bought it online. And since I live in Oregon, I didn't have to pay sales tax. So I got this puppy for $18.80 shipped to my door. It was like $17.70, no tax, $17.70 instead of the $2,100 that you would find at your local LBS, local bike store. And so really happy with that price. $18.80, less than $1,900 out the door for this bike. You can set it up with a 1x if you're thinking, hey, I want to go more bike packing. Set it up with a 1x11. Having that 11 speed makes it a little bit more future proof. And but if you want to do touring on it, the 2x, I don't think, you know, if you put a wolf tooth and a slightly larger cassette in the rear, I think some people have did this B screw like all the way in and have run a 36 or even a 40 tooth in the back, but not a 42 tooth without that road link. But in any case, recommend using the road link before you just mess around with that B screw. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Really sweet looking bike. 12 mil through axles, front and rear. Got another mount down here. You got 4 mounts, including your 3-pack mounts. And you got these mounts here. Too many mounts. Look at that. Just mounts. Got more under here, I think, somewhere. All right. Cheers, guys.